Will the Senate come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Awa,
Excused?
Senator Chang, Senator DeCoit,
Here.
Senator DeCourt,
Here.
Senator Dela Cruz, Senator Elefante,
Here.
Senator Favela, Senator Fukunaga, Senator Gabbard, Senator Hashimoto, Senator Ihara,
Present.
Senator Inoue,
Present.
Senator Kanuha, Senator Keoho Kalole, Senator Kidani, Senator Kim, Senator Lamasao,
Here.
Senator Lee,
Excused?
Senator McKelvey, Senator Moriwaki, Senator Rhodes, Senator Richards,
Here.
Senator San Buenaventura, Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
23 present, 2 excused.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Senator Hashimoto?
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, today is Alzheimer's Advocacy Day here at this Capitol. Around 1 of every 9 persons aged 65 or older, or over 70 million Americans, are living with Alzheimer's today. The Alzheimer's Association of Hawaii provides a lifeline for families and caregivers across the islands, offering critical support services, care resources, and education for those affected. Today in the gallery, we have advocates from across our state to participate in the Advocacy Day, which will be held in the auditorium until 4 p.m. They are led by Executive Director L.J. Duenas and Public Policy Leader Kobe Chalk. So Kobe, can you say hello? Thank you. And we did want to recognize some of our neighbor island advocates and who are visiting here and had to fly in today. So on behalf of you, Mr. President, from Kauai, we have Ruth Savage and Cindy Fowler. Please stand when I call your name. And from my home island of Maui, on behalf of myself, Senator DeCoit, and Senator McKelvey, we have Scott Koderman here with us today. Please rise. I'd now like to yield to my colleague from District 3 to introduce some of the Hawaii Island advocates.
Senator Kanuha?
Mahalo, Mr. President. From Mokuokeawe, we have Joel Hittner, and please rise and hold your applause until the end. Leslie Hittner, Nicholas Los Banos, Peter Black, Barbara Black, and Gordon Tataki here in the gallery. Please give them a warm round of applause. Mr. President, I'd now like to yield the floor back to the senator representing District 5.
Senator Hashimoto?
Thank you, advocates, for being here. I also want to ask all of the Oahu advocates to please rise. And thank you for being here. Thank you. And at the appropriate time, Mr. President, I'd ask if all those names of the Oahu advocates be inserted into the journal.
So ordered. Further introduction? Oh,
And secondly, Mr. President, I'd also like to introduce on behalf of the Maui delegation as well, we have our Maui Police Chief, John Pelletier, and Officer Mike Vaitu'ulala. Please stand and be recognized, along with Melissa Pavlicek. Thank you for being here and welcome to your Senate. Thank you, Mr. President.
thank you. Further introduction, Senator Rhodes?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just wanted to introduce a couple of people who are here for the judiciary votes. In the gallery is Acting Chief Justice McKenna, I believe. Please stand. And Administrative Director Brandon Kimura, Deputy Director of the Courts, Dalen Rose Heather. And I think also I saw up there retired District Court Judge Summer Kupau Odo. If you could all stand and be recognized. Mahalo.
Further introductions? If not, Senator Richards?
Mahalo, Mr. President. Today on the Senate floor, we are honored to welcome several distinguished guests who have joined us in recognition of a significant milestone for one of Hawaii's most impactful Native Hawaiian institutions. Joining us today are Ray Soon, one of the founding members of the organization formerly known as the Council for Native Hawaiian Advancement, now known as Hawaiian Council, along with the organization's chief Executive Officer Kuhio Lewis. They are accompanied today by members of the Board of Directors, Nick Carroll, Chief of Staff, Board members Jacob Aki and Kevin Chang. If you please stand and be recognized, and please remain standing during the rest of the presentation. I rise today to recognize and celebrate the 25th anniversary of Hawaiian Council, an organization that for a quarter century has served as a steadfast advocate for the advancement, resilience, and well-being of Native Hawaiian community throughout our islands and across the broader Native Hawaiian diaspora. Founded in 2001, the Native Hawaiian Council today, was established with a clear and purposeful mission to strengthen the cultural vitality, economic opportunity, political voice, and community development of the Native Hawaiian. What began as a focused effort to elevate Native Hawaiian priorities has, over the past 25 years, grown into one of the most influential Native Hawaiian organizations in the state and the nation. Its trajectory demonstrates what is possible with visionary leadership, community partnership, and cultural grounding converge in service with the Lahui. Much of this success can be attributed to the extraordinary leadership that has guided the organization over the years. Under the stewardship of leaders as Robin Danner, Michelle Kauhane, and CEO Kuhio Lewis, together with the dedication of engaged and thoughtful board of directors, the Hawaiian Council has consistently championed policies and programs that advance the Native Hawaiian self-determination and self-sufficiency. Their work has ensured that the priorities of the Lahui remain centered in the organization's initiatives and that the values, traditions, and aspirations of Native Hawaiians continue to inform its long-term vision for its future. Equally important in the Council's ability to convene communities, foster collaboration, and serve as a bridge between grassroots organizations, policymakers, cultural practitioners, and community leaders. Through this work, the Hawaiian Council has helped strengthen the collective capacity of Native Hawaiians institutions while advancing solutions grounded in the Eke Kupuna and community wisdom. At this time, I would like to turn the floor over to Senator from Kaneohe, representing Senate District 24, who will speak to the organization's economic initiatives and its broader contributions to community empowerment.
Take one moment. As an older individual, if you are fine to remain standing, but there are like 8 more pages of your accomplishments, or if you are more comfortable and would like to be seated as you listen to all the wonderful things you've done, make your choice. Senator Keoho Kaloli.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please be seated, because I would like to recognize one particular member of the board. Mr. Aki is not seated with us here today, but also representing Hawaiian Council's Board of Directors is Makalika Naholoa'a. Thank you so much for joining us. And Mr. President, the Hawaiian Council has distinguished itself not only as a cultural and policy advocate, but also as a powerful engine for economic empowerment within the Native Hawaiian community. Through its work as a Native Community Development Financial Institution and as a HUD-certified housing counseling agency, the organization has significantly expanded access to capital, financial education, and housing resources for Native Hawaiian individuals, families, and entrepreneurs. These initiatives have provided tangible pathways toward economic resilience for communities that have historically faced structural barriers to opportunity. By offering culturally informed financial services, technical assistance, and business development support, the Hawaiian Council has helped empower individuals to build businesses, strengthen family stability, and participate more fully in Hawaii's economic future. Beyond these services, the organization has developed a comprehensive ecosystem of opportunity through initiatives such as its Small Business Accelerator, its Trades Academy, and its expanding marketplace platforms. These programs not only nurture entrepreneurship, but also cultivate workforce development and create sustainable career pathways for Native Hawaiians and local residents alike. Equally noteworthy is the Council's unwavering commitment to culture as a central pillar of its work. The organization has actively elevated Native Hawaiian voices and perspectives in industries that shape how Hawaii is experienced and understood around the world. By supporting Native Hawaiian visitor-led experiences, cultural productions, and educational initiatives, the Hawaiian Council has contributed to transforming Hawaii's visitor industry to a more regenerative and culturally respectful model. At the same time, the Council has supported critical efforts to repatriate iwi kupuna and other Native Hawaiian cultural artifacts. These efforts reaffirm the sacred kuleana we share to honor our ancestors, protect our cultural patrimony, and preserve the integrity of our heritage for future generations. At this time, I'd like to turn the floor over to my colleague from Molokai, representing Senate District 7.
Senator DeCoit.
Thank you, Mr. President. And of course, mahalo. Going off script a little bit. Ray, it's been many Januaries since I saw you. You've just trailblazed our Native Hawaiians so far. Kuhil, thank you for your leadership. In moments of profound challenge, the true character of an organization is revealed through its actions. Time and time again, the Hawaiian Council has demonstrated remarkable leadership and compassion and responsiveness in serving the needs of our communities during periods of crisis. During the COVID-19 pandemic, when uncertainty and economic disruption affected families across the islands, the Council mobilized quickly to provide critical support. Through targeted small businesses, assistance programs, financial guidance, and community outreach services, the organization helped ensure the Native Hawaiian entrepreneurs and vulnerable families were not left during an extraordinarily difficult period. More recently, following the devastating August 2023 wildfires on Maui, the Hawaiian Council once again stepped forward with urgency and compassion, working in partnership with community organizations, philanthropic partners, and public agencies. The Council helped coordinate emergency housing solutions, rental assistance programs, and comprehensive wraparound recovery services for individuals and families who had lost homes, livelihoods, and in many cases, loved ones. These efforts demonstrated not only logistical capacity, but also a deep commitment to community-centered recovery rooted in dignity, cultural sensitivity, and long-term resilience. The Council's ability to convene and connect the Native Hawaiian community is also reflected in its annual Native Hawaiian Convention. Over the years, the gathering has grown into one of the largest assemblies of Native Hawaiians in the nation. It serves as more than a conference. It is a space where culture is celebrated, policy ideas are debated, relationships are strengthened, and collective vision for the future of the Lahui is thoughtfully and intentionally shaped. At this time, I would like to turn the floor over to my colleague from Hawaii Island, representing Senate District 3, who will speak to the broader impact and cultural engagement of the Hawaiian Council.
Senator Kanuha.
Mahalo, Mr. President. Today, the Hawaiian Council stands as one of the largest and most influential Native Hawaiian organizations around, as was spoken before. With a workforce of more than 400 employees and an extensive network of partners and collaborators, the organization serves as a unifying force that connects leaders, institutions, and communities across Hawaii and on a national level. Yet the Council's success cannot be attributed to leadership alone. It is a product of the tireless dedication of the staff, the energy and commitment of interns and volunteers, the guidance of a thoughtful board of directors, and the support of a membership community that now includes more than 1,400 individuals and organizations. Together, these individuals contribute the collective wisdom, experience, and cultural grounding and continue to shape the Council's direction and priorities. As we reflect upon the past 25 years, it is evident that the Hawaiian Council has played a vital role in strengthening the social, cultural, and economic fabric of our islands. Its work embodies a broader commitment to ensuring that the knowledge systems, traditions, and aspirations of Native Hawaiians remain central to Hawaii's future. The organization's efforts remind us that the community development, when guided by cultural integrity and collective responsibility, can create pathways towards a more equitable and resilient future for all who call Hawaii home. At this time, I would like to turn the floor back over to my colleague, the Senator from Kohala.
Senator Richards.
Thank you, Mr. President. In full view of Hawaiian Council's sustained engagement and accomplishment, colleagues, it is with great respect and appreciation we acknowledge this important milestone. On behalf of the Hawaii State Senate, I extend our sincere congratulations to the Hawaiian Council for 25 years of dedicated service and our deep gratitude for its continued commitment to empowering present and future generations of Native Hawaiians. Please join us for a round of applause celebrating this momentous occasion. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Richards. Normally, we try to get through the agenda, adjourn, and then congratulate and take pictures, but Kuhio reminded me they have an appointment next door at noon to also be recognized by the lower chamber. And so I am going to call for a recess and ask our members to greet, congratulate, and then pose for pictures so that you can keep your appointment. If there are no objections, short recess. Will the Senate come back to order? Madam Clerk?
House Communication numbers 472 to 480 return various Senate bills that passed third reading in the House in an amended form.
Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate disagree to the amendments proposed by the House to said Senate bills.
Senator DeCourt.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried. Conferees may be named at a later date.
House Communication number 481 transmits House Concurrent Resolution number 187, House Draft 1, which was adopted in the House for referral to committee.
So ordered.
Beginning on page 4, Standing Committee Report numbers 3432 to 3459 for one-day notice.
So ordered.
On page 12, Advise and Consent.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking advise and consent on consent.
Standing Committee Report number 3429 on Judiciary Communication number 23, Kirsha Kaulukane Milianani Durant, Judicial Nominee as Judge for the District Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Rhodes?
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise in support of Judiciary Communication number 23.
Please proceed.
Thank you. Kirsha Kaulukane Milianani Durant is an experienced attorney who has been appointed to a newly created district court position based on our efforts last session that resulted in Act 231. Ms. Durant is currently the litigation director for the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation. She has worked for the organization for 5 years, first serving as a senior staff attorney from the Ohana Services Team litigation director, then the Ohana Services Team litigation director, and now as NHLC's litigation director. In this role, she oversees all legal work, supervises 9 attorneys, and manages her own caseload. Previously, for 15 years, Ms. Durant was a deputy public defender in the Honolulu office, where she handled more than 60 jury trials and 100 bench trials. She drafted appellate briefs and presented oral arguments before the Hawaii Supreme Court and the Intermediate Court of Appeals. She was also a law clerk to the Honorable Marcia Waldorf, a First Circuit judge. Ms. Durant is an active member of the legal community, currently serving as a nominated member of the Defender Council, a director for the Native Hawaiian Bar Association, and a member of the Judicial Administration Committee. Ms. Durant earned her Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Spanish Language and Literature from Brandeis University and her Juris Doctor from the William S. Richardson School of Law at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, where she also received a Pacific Asian Legal Studies certificate. Ms. Durant has been licensed to practice law in the state of Hawaii since 2004. After having reviewed the testimony, all of which was in support of the appointment, and other materials submitted to the committee, and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Kirsha Kaulukane Milianani Durant is qualified to serve as a District Court Judge of the First Circuit for a term of 6 years and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
Thank you. Kirsha Kaluakani Milianani Durant has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the First Circuit. Senator Rhodes. That was a mouthful.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm pleased to introduce the newest District Court Judge for the First Circuit, Kirsha Durant. Judge Durant, please stand and be recognized. Judge Durant would like to recognize her guest. When I announce your name, please stand and be recognized. The judge's partner, Shara Johnson, their son, Kalehua, the judge's family, including her father, Kirk, and mother, Nani, her halau ika wakiu ohana, including her kumu, Michael Lanakila Kasupang, and Carl Vito Baker, and her friends, colleagues, and supporters, both present and watching on YouTube. I think we give them all a round of applause. Mr. President, at the appropriate time, may we invite the newly confirmed judge and her family to the floor to congratulate them.
So ordered. At the conclusion of our session today, the Sergeant-at-Arms will escort Judge Durant and her family to the floor so we may greet and congratulate them as well as the other two nominees we'll be voting on today. Madam Clerk.
Standing Committee Report number 3430 on Judiciary Communication number 24, Simeona Lynn Liliuokalani Ahuna Mariano, Judicial Nominee as Judge for the District Court of the First Circuit for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Gabbard.
I rise in support of Judiciary Communication number 24.
Please proceed.
Simeona Lynn Liliuokalani Ahuna Mariano has dedicated 23 years to public service in Hawaii. Since 2016, she has worked as a Deputy Attorney General in the Family Law Division of the Department of the Attorney General, where she handles family court matters in all judicial circuits and represents the Departments of Health, Human Services, and Education in child welfare services, juvenile law violations, and truancy cases, as well as guardianship hearings and involuntary hospitalization hearings. She's also handled cases on appeal before the Intermediate Court of Appeals. Before joining the Family Law Division, Ms. Mariano worked in the Department of the Attorney General's Criminal Justice Division for 9 years. In that capacity, she prosecuted a range of cases, including felonies, and handled grand jury, preliminary hearing, and probation revocation proceedings. Ms. Mariano's career in public service began with a clerkship for the Fifth Circuit Chief Judge, the Honorable George Masuoka, from 2003 to 2004, followed by 3 years at the County of Kauai Office of the Prosecuting Attorney, where she was a Special Prosecuting Attorney. Additionally, Ms. Mariano is active in numerous legal organizations and currently serves as the Oahu Director for the Hawaii State Bar Association's Board of Directors. She's also a member of the Judicial Administration Committee, Government Lawyers Section, Hawaii Access to Justice, Hawaii Filipino Lawyers Association, and Hawaii Women Lawyers. Ms. Mariano earned a Bachelor of Science in Biology with a minor in Chemistry from Seattle University. She earned her Juris Doctor from the William S. Richardson School of Law at UH Manoa. Ms. Mariano has been licensed to practice law in the state of Hawaii since 2004. After having reviewed the testimony, all of which was in support of the appointment, and other materials submitted to the committee, and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Simeona Lynn Liliuokalani Ahuna Mariano is qualified to serve as a District Court Judge of the First Circuit for a term of 6 years and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment. Mahalo.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
Thank you. Simeona Lynn Liliuokalani Ahuna Mariano has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the First Circuit. Senator Gabbard.
I'm pleased to introduce the newest district court judge for the First Circuit, Simeona Lynn Liliuokalani Ahuna Mariano. Judge Mariano, please stand and be recognized. And Judge Mariano would like to recognize her guests, and so when I announce your name, would you please stand and be recognized? Pono Mariano, the judge's husband, Darlene Ahuna, her mother, Harold Ahuna, her father, Serena Hanohano Medeiros, her sister, and Aiden Hanohano Medeiros, her nephew. Please give them a round of applause. And Mr. President, at the appropriate time, may we invite them to join us and her and her family to join us on the floor to congratulate them.
So ordered.
Standing Committee Report number 3431 on Judiciary Communication number 25, Andrew Michael Kennedy, judicial nominee as judge for the District Court of the Third Circuit, for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator San Buenaventura.
Thank you, Senate President. I rise in support of Judiciary Communication number 25. Andrew Kennedy is an experienced litigator who has been practicing law for over 20 years in 4 different states. He has been licensed to practice in Hawaii since 2012, licensed in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and New York. He has been appointed to a newly created district court position resulting from Act 232 last session. Mr. Kennedy is a partner at the law firm of Schluter, Kuyak, and Kennedy LLP, located in Kona. He has been in active trial practice, primarily in criminal defense, and has tried cases ranging from assault to murder and public corruption. He has appeared in our state circuit and district courts, as well as in federal district court. He has also argued before the Hawaii Supreme Court several times. Since 2018, he has made himself available to be a court-appointed criminal defense attorney. Prior to his tenure at his current firm, Mr. Kennedy was a deputy public defender in the Kealakekua office for 4 years, and previously private practice at firms based in New York and New Hampshire. In addition to his legal practice, Mr. Kennedy is an active contributor to the legal community. He has served as president and vice president of the West Hawaii Bar, is currently the Hawaii State Bar Director representing the West Hawaii constituency, an attorney delegate to the U.S. District Court Annual Conference since 2021, served as faculty for the state's Public Defender Seminar, is a defense bar representative for Hawaii Criminal Law Jury Instructions Committee, and served as the state's Defender Counsel. Last year, he also awarded the Hawaii State Bar Association Kie Award for Outstanding Provision of Professional Legal Services at no charge for his work on a case brought on behalf of low-income public housing tenants. In fact, he has testified in the Housing Committee and HHSH Committee on a bill to ensure that HPHA will continue to help any displaced residents. So Mr. Kennedy attended Villanova University, where he received a Bachelor of Arts in '99, received his Juris Doctor from the Suffolk University School of Law in Boston, Massachusetts. After having reviewed the testimony, all of which was in strong support of the appointment and other materials submitted to the committee, and having examined the appointee in a hearing, your Judiciary Committee finds that Andrew Michael Kennedy is qualified to serve as a District Court Judge of the Third Circuit for a term of 6 years and recommends that the Senate consent to the appointment.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Senator Kanuha,
Thank you, Mr. President. In support.
please proceed.
Mr. President, I have written remarks that I'd like to insert into the journal in support of this confirmation, and I also urge my colleagues for their support as well.
Thank you. Further discussion? Senator San Buenaventura.
On a personal note, I also would like to note that the only negative I've seen of Andrew Michael Kennedy's appointment is that Hawaii Island is going to lose a highly qualified attorney. to the judiciary upon confirmation.
It's going to be the state's gain, though, right? Thank you. Further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
Thank you. Andrew Michael Kennedy has been confirmed as judge for the District Court of the Third Circuit. Senator San Buenaventura.
Judge for the Third Circuit, Andrew Michael Kennedy. Judge Kennedy, please stand and be recognized. Judge Kennedy would like to recognize his guests. When I announce your name, please stand and be recognized. Lauren Kennedy, the judge's wife, and Dorothea Cipolla, the judge's aunt. Welcome to the Senate. Senate President, at the appropriate time, may we welcome Judge Kennedy and his guests to the floor for photographs.
So ordered.
On pages 13 to 18, adoption of resolutions, Standing Committee Report numbers 3411 to 3428, and Senate Concurrent Resolution number 69 for adoption.
Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move for the adoption of said standing committee reports and Senate Concurrent Resolution 69.
Senator DeCourt.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Do I have any objections to any of the resolutions? Senator McKelvey?
Sorry, Mr. President. If you please note my no vote on Standing Committee Reports 3415 and 3416.
So noted. Any other objections? Senator Inoue?
Thank you, Mr. President. Please register my no vote on SCR 3415 as CR 3416. Mahalo.
So noted. Senator San Buenaventura?
Thank you, Senate President. Same no vote for SCCR 3415 and 3416.
Thank you. Senator Keoho Kalole?
Thank you, Mr. President. Same request.
So ordered. Any other objections? If not, said standing committee reports and Senate Concurrent Resolution 69 have been adopted.
Referrals and re-referrals.
Referrals and re-referrals are made in accordance with any supplemental orders of the day that may be filed later today.
On page 19, miscellaneous business, waiver of referral of Senate Concurrent Resolution 74 and Senate Resolution number 68.
Senator De La Cruz?
Mr. President, I request a waiver of referral of Senate Concurrent Resolution number 74 and Senate Resolution number 68 to the Committee on Ways and Means. This waiver is being requested to meet the SCR and SR decking deadline.
The waiver is granted. One-day notice is hereby given for the adoption of Senate Concurrent Resolution number 74 and Senate Resolution number 68.
No further business, Mr. President.
Are there any announcements today? Senator Kim?
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to request a waiver of the public notice requirement pursuant to Senate Rule 21 to hold a hearing on Senate Concurrent Resolution 78 and Senate Resolution 82. This resolution was missed when we were putting the agenda together.
The waiver is granted. Senator Kim?
Thank you. Your Committee on Education will hold a public hearing on said resolutions on Wednesday, April 8th at 1:03 p.m. in Conference Room 229. The notice was filed in the clerk's office yesterday afternoon.
Thank you. Are there any further announcements today? Not, the chair has one. There will be a Senate leadership meeting immediately after session in room 409. Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Senator DeCourt.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate will stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. tomorrow.